Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Karina from Day by Day K. In today's video we are going to be doing our in-home workout series, and today's video is going to be leg day. So with that being said, I'm going to post a little blurb right here somewhere on the equipment you will need for today. Again, I will give some options as well if you don't have any equipment at all. And with that being said, let's get onto the floor and let's get working out. See you there. Ciao, ciao.
So the first thing that you're going to want to do is make sure your seat is at a proper height. So for example, myself, I'm a little bit taller. My chair was too low. So I'm just adding in a pillow so that it supports me so that I can fully extend my legs nice and comfortably. And that just depends on, again, your height. So as you can see, this is very similar to the leg extension machine at the gym. The nice thing about this one is each leg is working on its own. So in the leg extension, if you have an imbalance, sometimes it might be hard to tell because both legs are working together. So one leg is just going to be pushing a little bit more. Whereas here, you'll definitely be able to see if there's a difference between one leg and the other. So that's kind of a great, that's a good thing. Now I'm just showing you a side view here. My feet aren't touching the floor. I'm still keeping my core nice and strong. I'm not swaying my body. I've added in a pillow to support my back, but again, it just depends on the type of chair that you have here. As I'm coming up, I'm really focusing on that squeeze in the quads, so the top of the legs. Now to add on to that, we're gonna add in just a little bit of the adductor and like basically the inner thigh muscles and our hip flexors. So this actually looks almost the same, but it's actually going to be, you're going to feel it a little bit different. You might actually even feel a little bit of a burn kind of around your knees, which is totally fine. Of course, remember, muscles should be talking, not screaming at you. If you feel like this is too intense, then I would just get rid of the ankle weights and do this without. And if you don't have a block, no worries. You can of course use like a towel or anything else that you can just kind of hold and squeeze, a pillow even. From that, we are going to go to single leg extensions. So again, basically we've already done that with using both legs at the same time. However, let's say you do find that there is quite a bit of an imbalance. A nice thing is you can basically do a couple of extra reps on your weaker side, or if you're doing single leg, you feel like the double leg is maybe a little bit easier, you can actually put both of your ankle weights on one side, making the exercise a little bit more challenging as well, and working your way up in strength. Of course, remembering what you do to one side, you do to the other. And again, if it's an imbalance of quite a bit, then I would suggest adding in 2 or 3 or 5 extra reps on your weaker side just to kind of help balance it out. So the next one we're going to do is squats, and of course you can do squats at the gym. I'm just kind of giving you guys an option. Let's say you're watching a video, maybe my video, and you're seeing someone doing a leg press, you can just basically do squats at home. Okay, so we're using the whole foot to push through our body and push all the way up and squeeze those glutes at the top. Again, you don't want to be just focusing on pushing through your toes or just your heels. If it is a lot more toe, then I would recommend try focusing on your heel, but in general, you want to have your whole foot kind of pushing all the way through that movement. The next exercise is going to be a lunge, and I will post a link below with regards to the lunge, how to do a lunge and how to do a proper squat if you're not familiar. You want to make sure you're not feeling this in your knees. So if you have knee injuries that you're aware of, make sure you either are safe with doing this or skip over it if you aren't able to. And then if you are feeling knee pain and you don't have any knee issues, I would recommend going over the form again just to make sure everything is good. Okay, so I like to lunge back. Again, just because our life is so forward, you can lunge forward if you prefer. The last exercise is going to be the deadlifts here. Notice I have a softened knee, so I'm not locking my knees, and I am coming up just to like a straight position. I'm not hyperextending my back here. I'm focusing on mainly glutes. So as I'm coming up, I basically start to squeeze my glutes as soon as possible. So for me, it's typically around the knee area. I'm already squeezing those glutes. This is not a stiff leg deadlift where I'm working the whole posterior chain of my body, lower back, upper back, etc. It's just more of the glutes and a little bit of hamstring here. So that completes phase 1 of legs at home. I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys soon for the next video.